guys, CARLOW here, and welcome back to another showcase video. But this time I have Quicksilver and Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse. These figures are finally done, guys. I mean, I've been trying to get these guys out for a little while now. I tried to get them back done in September last month, but that just didn't work out for the small reasons, but they're here now. So yeah, these figures, well, they were actually only within the month of making. I mean, I started on Apocalypse right here back in August. I started on Quicksilver here back in, I believe, mid-September, and I was able to rush them out as quickly as I could. And reference for these guys, well, mainly Quicksilver and Apocalypse, they both were hard to get reference of. But I think I managed pretty well. These figures came out looking pretty well. So yeah, that's all that really has to be said. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here we have probably the most exciting minifigure in the showcase, Apocalypse. And Apocalypse was alright in the movie. I mean, his voice, I mean, Oscar Isaac, he's an amazing actor, but in the movie, his voice was completely changed. He had a makeup on, and Apocalypse, well, the character he was chosen to, portray as Apocalypse was, pretty emotionless. So, really, anybody could have been underneath the suit, but it was cool to have, someone from the new Star Wars line to, be part of this movie. So that's enough about the character, but let's get into the figure. So the figure is within the month of making. I mean, I started on him late August, I believe, right before school started in my area. But as you can see, I really think he came out looking pretty good. So let's start off with the feet. The feet are something that I could not find reference for, so I just figured why make it hard on myself. So what I did, I used a very, very light, dark gray, so almost to the point of black, and I used that to outline his boots. So as you can see, they go, see right there. And I also used some gray paint to outline the bottom of his boots right there. And I used this little piece of plastic, chopped it out, and made his knee pads down there. So as you can see, they're 3D. You can see them jet out a little bit. Oh, yeah, he's off balanced. And as you can see, the waist cape on him, well, I might as well just remove the entire body. It makes it a lot easier. But as you can see, on the waist cape, everything, this was not something that I had to put on. Everything you see was glued down. Let's see if you get a focus. See, as you see, everything was glued down, then painted on and outlined, which does hinder the mobility of the legs a little bit, but you can still manage to get a few good moves out of there. And as you can see, everything was done with a little bit of black to outline, and then blue was the main color of the tarp around his I guess you could say cloth thing, I guess, going on, and silver was the main outline. So yeah, so you can see what I used there. And his arms was actually these Vam braces, but they were actually wrapped in electrical tape and glued down, so they looked puffy, and I didn't have to sculpt them. And as you can see, the main piece used for a chest piece was actually one of the Batman v Superman Armored Batman chest pieces. I mean, that's what I used, but honestly, I think it was used before in another Lego set, but that's all I really know about it. And it's just some all sorts of markings and ventilation right there for Apocalypse. And as you can see, this little ring band thing going from top all the way here was sculpted on and then sanded to seem a little bit of padding, and that was painted out with all these sort of black stripes with blue in the middle. And also, this tube going around the neck was sculpted on. If I take off the head, you get a clear look at what I was talking about. So as you can see, this all right here was completely sculpted on. And finally, the head, it was just a regular Lego head, but the top of the head was sculpted onto, and the paintwork was done. Face came out nice, and just everything on this figure really came out nice, and I think he'll look really good next to my Quicksilver. So here we have Quicksilver, and Quicksilver, played by Evan Peters in this movie, was an absolute gift. I mean, he delivered, obviously, the best scene, in this movie again, other than what he did in Days of Future Past. But to talk about this figure, this isn't the main suit suit that he was wearing when he was fighting like Apocalypse. This is the suit that he wears at the end, so that means everything to the sides and to this side and like into the inner side of the legs, which are just basically nothing, and the entire back was completely made up. And I was okay with that. I mean, it was more creative freedom, but there wasn't much to say that wasn't like accurate. I mean, it's pretty good in its own regard, but I really think this ties in with like what's going on with the front nice and evenly, and it really looks consistent, which is one of the things I really like about this figure. And yeah, so to go over the features, as you can see, he has these silver shoes that has this black like line going down within each other. I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent, but I've seen it on shoes like boots before, and I really thought they looked kind of cool. It made him look like he has like two toes. It just looked cool. It looked like something that like the kind of boots like Quicksilver would wear. And then the same thing I did with Apocalypse, I gave him the 3D knee pads with the use of like a plastic card. And as you can see, with the legs, I used like the same like a dark silver, because the base of this thing was like a dark silver like Ultron drone body. So I just basically copied that dark silver like whenever I needed to match it up. So like the waist piece down here, that's all matched up. And as you can see on the arms, there's like separation of like the light gray and like some of the silver blue. Like I should have mentioned, there was a few highlights of silver blue running through this entire like outfit schema like design. And so the face is just like one of the brand new Captain America Civil War heads. So as you can see, I just painted on like the little glasses. Well, I guess you could really call them goggles. And as you can see, the face is still there, painted around the neck. And yeah, that has to do it for Quicksilver. He was a great presence in this movie, and he was really cool, and I can't wait to see him again. So without further ado, let's end this showcase. So that is it, guys. That is my stamp for my X-Men Apocalypse figures. So this is like what's going to represent what I've chosen to do for this movie. It wasn't the greatest movie in my opinion, but I really liked like the wittiness of like a few characters and like some of their like personalities. And the Apocalypse was okay, but it was still an okay movie nonetheless. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the showcase, and especially these figures. And please follow me on Instagram. I will post up daily videos of things you'll see months away from being on here on YouTube. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.